Yes. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let's start it off properly, man. Happy New Year, 2026. Hopefully you had a great Christmas period with your family, had some time to chill, relax, take a step back in it. I mean, take your foot off the gas a little bit. Obviously, sometimes life can get pretty busy in it, so sometimes I kind of like the end of the year, so you could just reflect and just chill a bit in it. Literally all Christmas, all I did was literally watch anime, eat food, and just sleep. I ate so much food and slept so much still, but I still feel tired. Like it's mad, innit? But 2026, man. I hope this year is a great year for everyone who's watching. Any goals you set out to achieve this year, I hope you actually get to achieve it. And even if you don't, hopefully you get to make some inroads into finally achieving it in the future. 2026 is going to be a big year, man. Big year and a good year, man. It's going to be a big year for the channel as well. Obviously, I started this channel late last year, I think in November. And I'm really proud and happy for even creating it and even just seeing it through and actually getting all the everything in place to actually make it a reality in it. Because I've had this idea for a minute in it, so I'm happy to actually be doing it. This year's gonna be all about consistency in this channel. Consistency. I'm trying to do at least 2 to 3 videos every single week. Hopefully I can stick to that. That's a target. That's a goal that I've set myself for this year, innit? So hopefully I can stick to that. And yeah, man, big things for the channel, man. Big things for the channel. Thank you to everyone who's locked in and here right now. We got over 1,000 subscribers now. I'm really proud of that and happy about that. And hopefully we just keep on growing all year, and we'll see where we get to, innit? I'm trying to say. But yeah, let's get into it, man. This is the first video of the year, and this one's gonna be my 2026 boxing wish list. My top five fights I'd love to see happen this year. Well, technically it's 4. I'm going to start off obviously by saying rest in peace to Anthony Joshua's 2 friends who he lost in the tragic accident in Nigeria. The AJ and Fury fight was obviously top of my list of the fights I wanted to see this year. And I feel like with everything that's going on and that has happened and transpired, I don't think we even need to be talking about AJ versus Fury. I think there's bigger things at hand, more important things for AJ to be thinking about and worrying about, and just like, bro, like, man's not gonna be thinking about fighting. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not even on the card, so I wouldn't. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, understandably so, I feel like, and just being respectful of this whole situation, I don't think even makes sense to even be talking about AJ versus Fury in it. So this is not going to be a top 5, it's going to be a top 4. So the number 1 fight I want to see this year, obviously there's 2 that's like I'm edging towards, but the number 1 fight I want to see this year is Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. Obviously they're both at Queensbury. I don't think there could be any issues with making a fight when it comes to that, because they're both at Queensbury. Daniel's camp, obviously Sam Jones is now basically the Dubois kind of like mouthpiece, spokesperson type of thing. Yeah, I think he done an interview the other day saying they want the fight, they're on it, they want the fight as well. Like they will take him on. Do you know what I mean? Like when he was being asked, he was saying, yeah, they're on it. I'm trying to say, so I don't think there should be any resistance when it comes to that. How likely is it to happen? I think it's pretty likely. I can't even lie. I feel like both of them, Fabio's never ducked anyone. Like, he's never tried to shift and do this or try to do, like, he's on everything. Do you know what I'm saying? He was on the Usyk smoke. It was Usyk that said, you know what, mate, man's going to go the other way. I'm trying to say you can have the belt. So I feel like Fabio's definitely going to be game. I feel like Daniel's on it as well. I think more with Daniel's, more the team around him. Like, is everyone else on it? Does everyone else actually really want to have that fight? Obviously, there's going to be a title on the line if there was to fight. So I think it does kind of make sense. And I feel like domestically as well, I feel like who is the... All right, cool. If we're going to say Tyson Fury is still the best heavyweight in the UK right now, even though, do I think he is? Do I think Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the UK, British heavyweight in the UK? I'd have to think a bit more about that still. But if you're gonna say out of Moses Atalma, Fabio Wardley, Daniel Dubois, Lawrence Okoli, Dave Allen, Joe Joyce, Chisora, out of the names I'm naming right now, who's the best out of them? Because realistically, like, realistically, like, it might be Daniel. I think it might be Daniel when I'm thinking about it. I think it actually might be Daniel because at the end of the day, like, yeah, it might be Daniel. But yeah, I think out of the current crop of heavyweights, I do think Daniel Dubois is very high up there, innit? I think British heavyweights, I mean, anyways, like British heavyweights, I do think he's very high up there, innit? Because when I'm trying to think of who else is there, like, a lot of the people I'm thinking about, I do think Daniel beats them, innit? I think Daniel, most of the names I mentioned, I think Daniel beats him still, I can't even lie. Right now, currently anyways, innit? Other than Italma, I don't know what would happen, but I feel like Daniel will beat Okoli. Would he beat Okoli? Yeah, I think we'll beat Okoli, man. I don't think Okoli, like, especially because of like how Okoli's been looking recently as well, the amount of weight he's put on. Is he really looking that good at, like, is he really looking that good at heavyweight? Like, is he looking amazing at heavyweight? Like, he's not really fighting the craziest of opposition right now. So it's like, I don't know. But yeah, I think Daniel versus Fabio will be a great fight, though. I think it'll be a great fight. I think, like, it will just be a great British heavyweight fight. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it could definitely, could it do Wembley? Depending on the undercard, could it do Tottenham Hotspur, Wembley? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Depends on the undercard. And obviously how much these lot might be asking for. If it's a Riyadh season card and they can stack the undercard, it could possibly do Wembley, innit? Will they sell it out? I don't know, bro. It could possibly do Wembley and it could get some good actual numbers there, innit? Because the Ipswich fans will therefore come down to support Fabio if it's adapting, I'm guessing. And I feel like Daniel's got a nice little following as well now, innit? But I think if they can stack the undercard, it should do good numbers, innit? I'm trying to say. So the second fight on my list is David Benavidez versus Jai Opetaia. I personally think Jai Opetaia is the best cruiserweight out right now in the whole world. Personally, I think he's a monster. I think he's absolutely crazy, innit? And obviously Benavidez has recently moved up to cruiserweight after beating Anthony Yard. I think he's scheduled to fight Zurdo Ramirez, innit? Obviously, Jai Opetaia has been calling for that Zurdo fight for time. He's been calling for it. Zurdo's not really trying to see him, not really trying to hear it. I don't think he thinks Jai is the biggest commercial draw to even really risk taking on that fight or taking on that smoke, innit? But personally, I just feel like Jai, I feel like just allow my man now. But I think the problem with Jai is not even that he hasn't got the skills yet. I feel like he's not vocal enough. Like, you need to be more vocal. Like, even though I personally think just allow Zurdo, I think Benavidez is probably going to beat Zurdo anyways. I think just be calling for Benavidez now. What Jai needs to do is actually go to these fights, yeah. Whenever these, like, I don't know why he wasn't at Anthony Yard versus David Benavidez. You could have just been there, like, ringside. Be there ringside. If anything happens or this and that, and they stick a mic in your face and say, yo, you can call out Zurdo there and then and say, yo, my man's ducking me. You have to be more direct with it. You have to be a bit more aggy, a bit more, do you know what I mean? Just a bit more, you have to push the agenda more than the person who's ducking you, fam. If everyone can see he's ducking you, you have to try to push the agenda, be vocal about it. If he's saying you're not a commercial draw, you have to try and make the fight. Try and make the fight then. I mean, like, if no one's trying to make the fight for you, if it's a thing where Turkey's not really trying to fund it, or Eddie's not really trying to fund it, or there's like, or it's a thing where my man's not just, he's what he's asking for is just unrealistic, and he's just basically trying to duck the fight. Bro, you need to try and force the action to make in the court of public perception. You need to make sure that everyone's like, nah, Zurdo, I mean, like, let people not turn against him, but I mean, like, actually force him and pressure him to make the fight, innit? Like, you can't just be ducking a guy that's been calling you out for how long, like, for how many. I mean, like, it's getting crazy, man. Like, come on, bro. And I'm tired of just seeing Jai just fight and just these, like, who the hell is that guy? Do you know what I mean? Like, always just like, I want to see him in fights that's like really, really like this jeopardy, bro. Like this, do you know what I mean? We can actually see his skill against somebody else who we actually think is very talented as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, even if Jai was to fight like a Chris Billam-Smith, that's not on my wish list, but I just mean, like, let's say instead of these fighting these guys that man don't really know, like no one really knows who the hell they are. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'd love to see Benavidez versus Jai Opetaia. I feel like that'd be a cracking fight. Like the way Jai fights, and I feel like the way Benavidez is such a pressure fighter and he's on trading and just like being directed in front of you. I feel like Jai is not going to duck the smoke. I feel like if Benavidez hits him with a couple combinations and Jai really feels it and get, bro, I just feel like it'll be a cracking fight. I feel like it'll be a banging fight still. But the way that both of them fight, innit, I feel like it'll be a great watch. I feel like it'll be a great watch still. So the third fight on my list is Ben Whittaker versus Craig Richards. So this one, I feel like this will be a great fight, personally. I feel like it'll be a really good fight to watch. But I think the likelihood of this one happening just depends on what route Ben's gonna take, or how he wants to go about his career. Cause if he still wants to get some names under his belt domestically, if he was to beat Craig Richards, I feel like that'd be a great name to have on your belt. That's a great scope. Like we can see where he's at. I'm trying to say, we can see, alright, cool. If you can beat Craig, especially after what Craig just done to Dan Aziz, because even prior to their fight, I was even saying, bro, like, I don't mind Ben fighting Dan or Craig, but now I kind of feel like, no offense to Dan Aziz, I think Dan Aziz is a great boxer. I feel like Ben would beat Dan Aziz, and I feel like we wouldn't get as much in terms of like knowing level wise where Ben is as we would get in terms of like if we fought Craig Richards. Cause I feel like Craig Richards is a very talented boxer. I feel like even though obviously he had that little slip up to Willie Hutchinson, he's very good, man. He's very, very good, man. Like even the fight against Buatsi, I never feel like in that fight there was periods in that fight where I felt like Craig was the one who was winning, do you know what I mean, or dominating, do you know what I mean? But obviously Buatsi did edge him in it. But I feel like Craig is a very, very good fighter, do you know what I mean? So Ben Whittaker with the like maybe I don't know the doubts around whether is he really that good, is he really this, is he really that. I feel like if he was to beat Craig Richards more than Dan Aziz, I feel like he would shut a few people up and kind of show where he's at, and like just in the compared to everyone else in it at light heavy in it. I feel we'll kind of be able to put out say Ben's here, Lyndon Arthur's here, Bradley Ray's here, Ezra Taylor's here. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like beating Craig, you're kind of better than everyone who's below that, I think, in it personally, in it. But I think that would be a great fight to see. Hopefully they do get it on. I know Ben's meant to be having a run out, I believe in America, early like first quarter of this year, innit? So we'll see who that's going to be. Probably going to be someone just a light touch. But hopefully after that we can see somebody like a Craig Richards for Ben Whittaker, in it. So the fourth and final fight on my list, on my 2026 boxing wish list, is Usyk versus Caballero. And obviously I know commercially this one is not gonna be a sellout. I don't think people who aren't fully locked into boxing or the hardcore boxing fans are going to be ranting and raving about it as much. But I think this would be a sick fight, man. I think this would be a really good fight. Cause I feel like, obviously I understand Usyk has said he wants to fight Deontay Wilder. I think the thinking behind that, he wants to clear out everyone in that era, basically, innit? Like the Usyk, AJs, Deontay Wilder, like everyone who's in that kind of ilk or whatever. I don't know if he's gonna say he wants to fight Dillian White next or something, innit? But and I think he probably wants to broaden his like name and image and kind of like reckon like people actually being able to recognize him in America. And I feel like him fighting Deontay Wilder will probably help with that, innit? Cause I feel like Deontay Wilder, in terms of like heavyweights in America, he's still probably one of the most recognizable name. Do you know what I mean? Other than like a Big Baby Miller and probably, what's my man's name? Jared Anderson, innit? Other than that, what other heavyweights, American heavyweights, the man really know like that, innit? So maybe that's probably part of the thinking. I do think if Usyk wants to go down that road, just give up the belts. I'm cool with it. I don't mind, innit? But I think don't do it in a way where you're holding on to belts but you're fighting people who don't deserve to actually get the fight. And I feel like Caballero deserves a Usyk fight. I feel like with the way Caballero fights, alright, cool, this might be a hot take, but like, bar like Chisora, like, who else has Usyk really fought, that likes to get up close and doesn't mind, like, do you know what I mean, getting up super close, working that body, do you know what I mean, being in striking range. Obviously with Usyk, he's super fast, he's got great footwork in it, so he can always get in and out. He doesn't mind getting up close as well, but like, Caballero, his body work is great, do you know what I mean? I think he's gonna go to Usyk's body if he can get to him, and he, like, do you know what I mean, he's in front of the fighter. Do you know what I'm gonna say? Like with Fury, like Fury's got so much like range and reach, like he doesn't have to be in front of you taking punches, and do you know what I'm gonna say? He's trying to get his punches off, get his work off, and dip out. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Caballero, who'll be in there in that pocket with Usyk, working his body, and obviously with where Usyk is at his career now, obviously I think he might be like, how old is Usyk? I think Usyk's like 38, 39 or something like that. Obviously with heavyweights, you can be older, you can still have a career in your later ages, innit? I understand that, innit? So I'm not trying to say he's fallen off or nothing like that. I'm just trying to say like he's obviously not going to be the same Usyk that fought Anthony Joshua the second time. Like, age, I mean, like, as with age, you're not going to be like, do you know what I mean? He's probably not in his peakest of powers right now, innit? Someone like Caballero could really test him, you know? I think Caballero could really, really test Usyk, and we can see, like, what's he, you know what I mean? Like, what's everyone made of, innit? Because I can't lie, I'm a big fan of Caballero, and I feel like he definitely deserves the fight. Because I feel like he's, the people he's beat on the way up to where to get to the, I think he's meant to be defending his, the interim belt on the weekend, innit? For him to even get to that point, and I believe, don't quote me, I need to double check, but I believe even he's fighting in Germany, innit? But I think he's even managed to sell it out, or the tickets have gone really, really well, which is good. I feel like him being from Germany and trying to revitalize the German boxing, that's a good thing, innit? But yeah, it's definitely a good thing, and I just feel like he's out of the crop of heavyweights right now. He's one of the few that I feel like he can really, like, cause Usyk some serious problems, especially at this point that he's catching Usyk, innit? Not to say that Usyk slipped off like greatly or whatever, but like he's not gonna be as fast, as sharp as he was, do you know what I mean, 2 years ago, a year ago. That's just how life is, that's just how it goes, innit? I'm gonna say. And I feel like Caballero, he will be catching him at the right time. So I'd love to see that fight, man. If it happens, I feel like that one's very, very unlikely, because if they're not fighting Fabio Wardley because he's not commercially a draw, like he's not a big draw yet, I don't know if they will fight Caballero. I feel like Caballero's more known to the boxing hardcores than Fabio Wardley, but at the same time, like, how much bigger are both of their profiles? Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe Caballero's got a big fan base in Germany, because obviously that's where he's fighting from, innit? But I don't know, you know what I mean? So if they won't fight Fabio for them kind of reasons, which is what, I don't think Usyk said that, but his last manager said that, I think Krasik said that, innit? Then why would they fight Caballero, innit? But I would love to see that fight. I think for the boxing purists and the people who, like, are really locked into boxing and want to see just great fights, I feel like that would be a cracking fight this year if it was to happen, innit? But yeah, no, that's been my list. That's been my wish list for this year. I'm going to do a video basically talking about the boxing on the weekend with Dalton Smith and the guy who failed a drug test and he's still managing to have a fight. I don't understand how that happens. And obviously Caballero's fighting in Germany as well this weekend, innit? So I'm going to do a separate video that's going to be coming out shortly. And yeah, no, thank you for watching this video. 2026, this is the first video of the year. Hopefully we can stay consistent and keep on growing as a channel and just growing in general, innit? But yeah, no, thank you for watching the video. Make sure you like, share and subscribe. Much love.